Attention all listeners to this program. Please stand by for an important announcement. GEEZER the geezer is not a shock jock. Excuse me, that must be bollocks, surely. I can't say that. It's not true.
Headphones on.
Headphones on.
Microphone in position.
Microphone in position. Ooh.
Decks on.
What are you doing? Decks on.
Tapes on.
Tapes on.
Volume on.
Volume on.
GEEZER, his mission, to boldly go where no other DJ has gone before.
Well, what can I say? Very, very good evening. Welcome to Talk Radio UK. Thank you. Can you actually say that? Does it sound like a DJ cliche? Thank you very much, Moz D and Carol McGiffin. I was not going to sit in that studio and listen to those offensive words being used by a radio broadcaster. I'm sorry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say this. Before we start the show, I just need to clarify a few points with you. You've all, obviously, I sound very intelligent here, actually, I'm quite impressed. You've obviously all read the national newspapers, and everybody's expecting me to come on here, be shocking, abusive, nasty, swear just for the sake of swearing, and just to be Mr. Bad Guy. Well, let me just quickly and clearly say this, if I may. I am an ordinary guy, a bloke who's going to sit here and have conversations with you, who doesn't take any crap, but has a very good listening ear. I like to have intelligent conversations. I like to entertain. There's a team here, a team that consists of Dixie, Gillian, and Chris. Chris is the guy that's on the phones who'll be there to answer the calls. This is a phoning show. No guests. We don't talk about boring subjects, and if you come on here to bore me, my loves, I'm going to cut you off. Be warned, I have one jingle that you have to listen out for. When I play that jingle, that's when you start trembling in your own home. What am I talking about? Keep tuning in between now and 1 o'clock this morning, and you'll know exactly what I'm saying. The phone number for this show is 0345 10 53 89. 0345 10 53 89. I would love you dearly if you would do me the greatest honor by picking up the phone and giving me a call. Polite so far? Is it okay so far? Not too BBC-ish, I hope. I would appreciate it if you're one of these people who have listened to me before on another radio station. And I'm sure that you'd all want to say, hey, look, good luck and everything else. Please, can I remind you that the rest of this country have never probably ever heard of me. So therefore, it would be meaningless. This is a national radio station, not a local radio station. So I would love you dearly if you could just come on here, state your point, whatever's pissed you off today, pick up the phone, give me a call. If something's gone right up your nose, if your next door neighbour's been a right prat, anything, doesn't matter what it is, what the subject is, pick up the phone and give me a call. I will say this to you, and say this sincerely. Nobody gets barred on this show. Nobody at all. I don't care what wake of life you're from. I don't care if you have a speech impediment. Nobody is screened on this show. As far as I'm concerned, if you go to the trouble to pick up that phone and call me, then you have every right to say your piece. But again, please remember it's a family show. So I don't expect you to come on here effing and blinding away, because you wouldn't last 2 seconds with me. Subjects. Well, I mean, this is the first show, really, the first official show. So therefore, I'm not going to sit here and bore the arse off you by saying, look, we're going to talk about this, and that's it, because I don't do that. We talk about what you want to talk about. I'll give you some examples. Now, some things that I found quite shocking. I'm sitting in the Pizza Hut, across the road from this radio station, having something to eat, and there were 3 people in there who said, excuse me, mate, are you the guy that I saw on TV today? I said, well, yes, I am. He said, do you know that a UFO flew over London yesterday? I thought, blimey, I've got a couple of cranks here. And then I realized, with the man's credentials, that he was actually not a prat at all. The guy, well, the 3 of them actually saw, and the police apparently were very closely involved in a UFO that flew across London. Now, anybody would have thought, okay, what type of drugs is that guy taking? But I've got to tell you something. There is a possibility that there was a UFO. I have come across some documentation but the government have tried to hush up about unidentified flying objects. That is a subject you may want to talk about. You may not want to talk about it. It's entirely up to you. The other thing that I want to talk to you about, if you want to, I mean, this is not strictly what we're talking about. Does God exist? Now, I say that for a very good reason, because the two add up. Because if aliens do exist, would that be the end of our religion as we know it? Could it be that we are just a play toy, of another planet? Think about it. It may sound crazy to you. And psychics. If I get one more psychic phoning me up, trying to tell me what my fortune is in my future, I'm going to scream. Because I've also come across some documentations that all it is a very clever play on words. And actually it's a con. Or is it? Maybe you might want to tell me about some of your experiences. I don't know. Simon, we go to Essex. Hello, Simon. Simon, hello. Talk to me, Simon, very quickly, very swiftly. And Simon is, he's definitely there. I presume my fader's there. Tony, I'll go to you first. Hello, Tony. Tony, this is good. We have a phone-in show here, and I can't get callers on air. Sort your lives out in there, please. Let me just put that on hold and go to this one. Lee.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Lee. How are you?
All right, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Yes,
Welcome to Talk Radio UK, Lee, in Canterbury in Kent.
That's it, yes.
My old haunting ground.
Indeed. Thought, first of all, say the obvious and wish you luck on your new programme.
I just said, didn't I just bloody well say?
I know.
Did I just bloody say that, or am I talking to myself?
I thought I'd get out of the way first of all.
Well, don't say it no more.
No more.
But I appreciate it. I know that you're probably thinking that, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, just got a slight dilemma. I thought I'd just share with you and see if anyone's got any ideas. My brother had a birthday present last week for his 18th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a pen, quite a nice pen.
Yeah.
And he thought he'd get it engraved. That's what I'm trying to say.
You can try and get it engaged to a biro if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
With his name on it. And after a couple of days, he noticed it had a relative's name on it. And he thought, that's quite, not very nice. Obviously, his person who gave it to him had it as a present before, had his name on it, and he thought he'd get rid of it to my brother.
Lee, my suggestion to you...
And I thought, it's not a very nice feeling, really, so I thought I'd just...
Well, you're trying to tell me that it was a present that had already belonged to somebody else and had already been engraved and had been over-engraved? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, it's engraved with the relative's name, and he's quite upset about it.
I'm excited. I am so excited and enthralled with this conversation. You don't realise what you're doing to me at this moment in time.
No, I'm sorry.
The adrenaline is really rushing through me. I've never heard of so much boring crap in my entire life. Lee, do me a favour.
Yeah.
Go away, take the goldfish for a walk, come back and bring me up and talk to me about something interesting.
All right, I'll do that.
I love you, Lee. Thanks for calling. Cheers, buddy. Bye-bye. Jackie in Bromley.
Hi.
Hello, Jackie in Bromley.
I thought I'd phone up and give you a shock this evening, since it's your first night.
Do it, love. Shock me.
I will do. I've got somebody who'd like to speak to you who you haven't spoken to for 10 years.
Hang on a minute. Has anybody seen Cilla Black? Is she around with surprise? What? So, go on, who is it?
You have a goddaughter called Anne, yes?
I have a goddaughter called Anne? I do, yes, I do. As it happens, yes, I do.
Yes, well, her dad would like to speak to you.
Oh, my God. I am not the father. Honestly, I'm just a godfather. I have nothing to do with missing. Go on. Hello?
Hello, Caesar?
Yes?
This is Ken.
Hello, Ken.
I like to say you haven't spoken to your goddaughter for about, for years.
Yeah.
And it's her birthday.
When, today?
The Sunday.
It's her birthday on Sunday?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Still at the same address.
I'm enthralled by this conversation. I'm so excited. Go on, stick her on then. How old is she now?
17.
Well, put her on. Oh, Emma. Not Emma.
Anne.
Anne, put her on.
Oh, see, I don't live in the usual place now. I'm over at Bromley now.
Oh, right.
But
so she's not with you?
She's at the same usual place.
Right.
And,
well, let me wish Anne a happy birthday for Sunday. And I hope if she's listening, she'll pick up the phone and give me a call.
Yeah, I'll have to get in touch with her to tell her to keep in touch. Getting tuned in to the station.
Please do, thank you.
And I thought I'll ring up and say hello.
Well,
I've been trying to get hold of you for a long time.
Geezer, I'm here every night, 10 till 1. Pick up that phone and give me a call anytime you fancy.
I will.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye, mate.
Bye-bye. Chris, all I need now, Chris is my phone operator, all I need now, Chris, is somebody who's growing cucumbers, please. A little bit harder and a little bit longer than anybody else in the country. All right, and then we'll have a real localised talk radio station. All right, love? Bless you. That's all right. I'm not having a go. I'm just getting myself psyched up and full of adrenaline. Is this another Jackie on line 5? Hello, Jackie.
Hello.
In Sussex. Whereabouts in Sussex?
Crawley.
Crawley? Oh, this Jackie.
Yes.
Hello, Jackie.
Hello.
How are you, Jackie?
I saw you with that thing sticking out your face today. I've ring to say, push away.
Jackie, I love you.
I want to talk about Cantona.
Eric Cantona?
Yeah.
What about him? This is the Manchester United player.
Yeah.
For those who are not into football. Yeah, what about him?
I was really sorry that he didn't land in that man's mouth.
What man's mouth?
The one he kicked.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
It's about time they exported that French git out of this country, because
You think so?
he's bad news to English soccer. This is English soccer. What the hell are we doing putting up with a French prat like that who thinks that he can take a flying kick? At the end of the day, we are all doing a job. We're all supposed to be professionals at our job.
Did you hear what he said to him?
I don't care what he said to him. What did he say to him?
Well, I can't really repeat it, I mean, the way they said it, but the papers say that he's I'm trying to clean it up, that he'd had sex with his mother. And he
Really?
could go back where he come from.
Well, I mean, okay, fine, it doesn't matter. You know, there's an old expression in life, stick and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt you.
That's disgusting,
He's good
though.
at... Yeah, but he gives it. He goes around on that football pitch giving it all the old, yes, I'm a superstar, look at me. If someone gives him stick and they don't like him, they don't give him the right to do a flying kung fu kick into the crowd. Supposing a little kid...
We're going to disagree.
Jackie, shut your mouth. Jackie, listen, supposing a little kid was walking past at the time he was taking that flying kick.
Well, they weren't, were they?
Sorry? There may not have been, but supposing there was.
We're going to disagree because I say he should have landed in his mouth and knocked all his teeth out.
No, listen, maybe he might have been a yob. It doesn't make a difference. That does not give him the excuse and the right to take a flying kick. And the sooner he naffs off back, and I'll say naff off because I'm in a posh mood.
But hang on, Caesar. What you're doing is you're being as racist as that bloke on the terraces by saying that he should naff off back somewhere and that he's behaving like that because he was French.
No, Dixie, this is Dixie, ladies and gentlemen, who happens to be my producer. Let me just point one thing out, Dixie. One thing I'd like pointing.
I've been down Louisiana, I was in Chicago too. I've been right up to Kentucky, boys, and right up Dixie too.
Right up Dixie, right up Dixie too.
If the South is gonna rise again, it's Dixie'll pull them through.
Let me just point something out to you,
You
Dixie.
are a dreadful
just
man.
keep quiet, woman. Let me just point something out to you. Very simple thing. Not because of his country am I saying to him, naff off back to France. I am having a go at Eric Cantona for taking that flying kick at that spectator.
Well,
Maybe the spectator was a right yob.
We're going to have to disagree.
You can disagree as much as you like with me, Jackie. I don't really give a damn.
And the ITN man as well. He should have
Now,
landed down.
here is the difference.
Well,
Here is the difference. Here is the difference. And it may sound contradictory, but here is the difference, right? For what Eric Cantona did to that fan, he should be abolished from soccer and kicked out of this country. Well, maybe not kicked out of this country, but just abolished from soccer. But what that ITN man did was also totally disgraceful. Had that been me, and I was on holiday somewhere across the world with my family and a pregnant, 6-month wife, well, because he's in the news. He's a public figure. And therefore, Jackie, that is why he's been used. But had that ITN man came to me, I would have given him a flying kick.
Yeah.
I would have punched his lights out.
Yeah, what if a little kid had been in the way when you're punching his lights out? You can't have
Don't
one
try and
argument
get bloody
for one.
clever with me because I wouldn't have punched his lights out if there weren't any children around in the first
Well,
place.
no, maybe Eric Cantona
It's
wouldn't
not
have
an
kicked...
example you would set, is it?
No, but maybe Eric Cantona was watching to see that there weren't any children in the
No,
way.
Eric,
and he
I'm
was
not blaming
doing
you.
kung fu kicks at people.
Jackie, I love you. I love you. Speak to you again.
Okay, then.
Thanks for calling Talk Radio UK. Let me just get a point here, Jackie. Jackie, I'm calling you Jackie there. Dixie, I'm just going to get a point here.
All right, mate.
Speak when you're spoken to. Point number one, I have said.
Such a bully.
Just don't give me all that such a bully crap. Let me just say this to you. Eric Cantona was out of order for taking a flying kick at that spectator. No matter for what reason, he's out of order. It's not a professional conduct. He has brought that game into disrepute. He's been punished for it. Personally, I feel that he should have been charged with GBH, and he may do.
He may well.
We don't know. Fair comment. But what that ITN reporter did to him was also just as bad. Intrusion on his privacy.
But don't you think what Jackie was saying, there is some basis to that people should not have to put up with racist taunts?
Yes, maybe. But in specific areas, I think I beg to disagree. When you have somebody of the opposing football team, football is football. If the guy was a Manchester United supporter and he was making those racial abuse remarks, fine. I can understand it. But if he's in the opposite team, you're going to expect that. It can be Greek, English, it can be whatever you like. They're going to say, oh, get on your English, get stuffed, you Greek fat arse. Doesn't make no difference. It's because he's playing for the opposite team. It's not meant in that type of racial dispute.
So we're all supposed to be that sensitive, are we, on the terraces?
You can be what you like. Well, no, maybe not, but it doesn't give you the right. If somebody came on here right now and called me a big, fat, loudmouth bastard...
And I'm sure they will.
And they probably will do... I am not going to go down and go back to his house and punch his lights out for saying it. I've got to take the good with the bad, haven't I? Am I wrong?
No, but what I'm saying is that nobody should phone up and be racist to
Just go and get the coffee and shut up. Enough. Bill, hello.
Hello?
Hello, Bill.
Hello.
Hello, Bill from Beckenham.
Hello. Is one of the topics I'm talking is racist.
I beg your pardon?
On racialism.
You want to talk about racism?
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's just get the prime facts here. There is no such word as racism.
Right, fair enough. But
let's replace that word with ignorance. I think it's a far better, superior word to use. Racism does not exist. Let's call it ignorance.
Right, ignorance. That's one of my points.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to get across is what makes more people ignorant than anything else?
Because they don't understand each other's culture. That's why.
No, it's the law.
The law's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to shut me off for one.
I won't shut you off,
I'm not
mate.
a racist.
Right.
I'm not racist at all. But I believe that what makes more people racist than anything is the fact that there's one rule for the English people and one rule for other people. Just to take things into perspective.
Yes.
If I was to call an Indian person a Paki, I can be done for a racial abuse.
Well, it'd be very difficult to prove.
Or if I was to, well, I'll tell you...
If you were to call him a foul-mouthed, smelly Paki, you could be done for racial abuse.
Right, but
if you call somebody a Paki, I think it'd be very trivial to be taken to court. But I know what you're trying to get at. Go on.
Right. Well, if somebody was to call me a white honky or whatever...
Yes.
There's not a rule for us, a law for us.
I know what you're trying to say.
Same thing.
Political incorrectness. I know exactly what you're trying to say.
And do you agree?
If you sack somebody who is black, you're being accused of race discrimination. If you sack somebody who is white, you may not be accused of race discrimination.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think the law should be changed? I mean, I agree that everybody should live equal.
Yes.
But I don't agree that there should be one law for us as such and one law for any ethnic.
That's a racist statement you just made.
No, see, that's the point. If they say it's a racist statement...
I'm just trying to prove your point. That is a racist statement that you just made.
Right, and the point is it's not racist. I'm not racist at all. Now, I think the reason that makes this National Front and all these parties come together is because of the fact... Just to take a point of fact, I know a person who was trying to get housing.
Yes.
Council housing. They found a house and asked if they could be moved. And they were told it's for ethnic minorities.
Right.
Now,
so, your point?
That's my point. Do you think that there should be some kind of change in the law towards this?
I believe that there should be because it is maybe and justifiably unfair. However, saying that may open the floodgates for racial abuse.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but then if there's not a law if there was a law for us as well as for them...
See, what's this us and them?
Well, the English.
The ethnic minority, you mean?
The ethnic minority.
Say that, don't say us and them, because that's racist.
If there was a law that matched with the ethnic minorities, there wouldn't be so many people being accused of racial discrimination, racial attacks. I mean, if I was in a pub, let's say, and I had a fight with a coloured fella, that could be classed as a racial attack.
Well, I'll tell you something that is... Well, let me just do something, educate you here slightly, Bill. There's no such thing as a coloured fella. He's either black, brown, or he's white.
Right, alright, black fella. That would be... If I had a fight with a black fella, and during that fight... I was to lose my temper and call him a black so-and-so.
Yes.
That is then classed as a racial attack, which I think is wrong.
Yes.
And I think the time this government...
Why? Why can't you call him by his name? Why can't you just say, that bloke? Why do you have to point out his colour? For what reason? It is racist, Bill.
Yeah,
I understand. To call somebody a black bastard is a racist statement to make.
I understand.
Let's get that factual. But if you were having a fight with a bloke in a pub and he had to be black... Let's say, well, I had a fight with that black bloke.
Right, if I had a fight with a black bloke,
That's a statement. That's not
so
not
then
racist.
That will be classed as racist.
No, rubbish. Who would class that as...
I know somebody has been arrested for that charge and has got a little bit longer time because of a racial attack, because they classed it as a racial attack.
Well, in court, I'd like to see them prove that. I would love to see them prove that. But you can't... Hang on a second. Is there a court case proceeding in this case, did you say? Has he been to court?
He's been to court and he got found guilty.
He got found guilty for saying what?
He got found guilty because he had a fight with a fella in the pub, and, I don't know, in your temper, you do, I mean, admittedly, it's a wrong thing to do, but sometimes you would say...
What was he done for? Was he done for GBH, ABH, what? He wasn't done for racial abuse.
He was done for assault, but then they done it as a racial assault on top of that.
They done him for assault. They didn't do him for... You see, it's fine for you to perceive that, Bill, and I understand exactly what you're saying, mate, and I appreciate your call. You probably just kicked off a rather harrowing subject that a lot of people hate talking about and won't be truthful about on the radio, but this is where you're going to find me completely different to other radio presenters. All right, because I'm not going to beat about the bush. Bill, I love you. Thank you very much for your call. I'm just check with my... Basil!
This,
I'm very sorry to trouble you, sir, at this particular moment in time, but I thought I might give you a little call, sir, to remind you you've actually left all your records here at home, sir.
Basil, I told you I don't need records. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Basil, my butler. Basil,
good evening, lady. To whom am I speaking, sir?
You're speaking to the country, Basil.
Oh, to the country. To the country, sir?
Yes, the country, Basil.
Oh, sir.
Now, it's the whole nation, including Ireland, Scotland, maybe Wales.
What do you mean, maybe Wales, sir?
Maybe Wales.
Oh,
Depends how they're perceived to be doing at this moment in time. And maybe France. We can be heard in France and Sweden as well. Oh. And Holland.
In point of fact, we have become international then, sir.
That is correct to an extent, Basil. And Basil, I told you this morning.
Don't call you at work, I know, sir. No. I'm worried about these records, you see,
I
sir.
don't need the records, Basil. This is a talk station.
Oh, you've got to talk, sir.
Yes, I don't have to play records, Basil.
You have to talk the whole evening, sir?
Don't push your luck, Basil.
No, yes. Of course not, sir. No, I wouldn't do that. I've been listening to a talk radio station just myself a few moments ago, sir. A gentleman sounding very much like you. But, of course, I realise I can't pick you up where I am, of course, sir.
You can pick me up anywhere, Basil.
Anywhere, sir?
Yes, 1053 and 1089 on the medium wave, Basil. This is a national station.
No, we're on the wireless, sir. I don't understand those knobs and dials and buttons and things, sir. I just switch on and...
Where it says AM on your radio, or it may say MW...
Well, I only put the AM on, sir, when it says so in the mornings. AM.
Basil.
Yes, sir.
You buffoon, make sure you have my soup ready for this evening.
Oh, I've got a cock-a-leaky for you, sir.
I beg your pardon, Basil?
No, cock-a-leaky, sir. It's a soup, sir.
Oh, right, okay.
It's a chicken sort of soup, sir.
Is it?
But may I say, sir, that this particular radio station that I've been listening to, the presenter there, sir, is taking off you something awful, sir. But I must admit, it's not you, sir, because this man is swearing, sir.
Well, I don't swear, Basil.
No, I know that, sir.
You know I am a person who... has a little bit of finesse, Basil.
Indeed one has, sir.
Okay,
and I'm proud to be working with you, sir.
Thank you. Now, Basil, you're pissing me off now. Goodbye.
Oh, very good, sir.
If I get one more psychic phoning me up, trying to tell me what my fortune is in my future, I'm going to scream. Because I've also come across some documentations that all it is a very clever play on words. And actually, it's a con. Or is it? So, Radio UK, right, okay. Now then, Kevin, we'll take one more call and that'll be it. Tony is in Derbyshire.
Right.
A very good evening to you, Tony.
Hello,
good morning.
Caesar.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, yeah.
Right, thank you to everybody else who's hanging on. We'll just open line now. We'll talk about anything and everything, providing we don't want to talk about skeptics and mediums. That's the only question that I doubt. No more talking about this. We've had enough of it for tonight, I think. Right, let's go.
Right.
Kevin's listening to you.
Okay, then. I wanted to, like you said earlier, to ask some precise questions of Kevin. What I don't want from him is another one of his readings. I don't want a cold reading. I don't want him to start telling me about my curtains.
Okay.
Or anything else. I want him to answer some precise questions. If he can't, if they're not giving him in spirit, well, that's fine. Just say, no, he can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But these are very precise things. First of all, are either of my parents dead?
I feel that one of them is, please.
Which one?
Can I say I want a mother link, please?
Right, neither of them are dead, so you were wrong.
Right, carry on.
All my grandparents are dead.
Yes.
Could you give me any of their names?
Can I have Albert, please?
You can have it, but it wouldn't be my grandpa.
No. Do you understand why I want Albert?
No. We're slipping into cold reading
go on,
again.
Carry on.
Right, so that was wrong.
Carry on.
A friend of mine died, tragically, 20 years ago in a car accident. Okay?
You should have told him that.
No, I'm
carry on.
Because otherwise he'll tell me something vague that, that's what happened. They died tragically. They died in a car accident, okay? They died near Oxford, and they were buried near Oxford. I won't tell you where they're buried, although I don't expect you to come up with that. But could you give me their name?
No, I can't.
Right, so that's another one that we've missed on. My wife's maternal grandparents. Are either of those alive?
Your wife's grandparents?
Her maternal grandparents?
Yes, I feel that yes, I do. Yes, I feel they are alive.
Right, they're both dead. And could you tell me their surname?
It's okay. Pardon?
Could you tell me their surname?
No, I can't. I can't do that at all.
So those are my questions, and he failed on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in that respect, I'm sure you could go on now to tell me that I'm having trouble with the cat or something. Many of those things that you said to people earlier that Caesar said weren't generalisations, they certainly apply to me. I could think of someone who died of cancer.
Yeah.
I know people that died tragically, as I've mentioned there.
Do you know someone that lost a limb as well, Tony?
See, we're slipping into cold reading now.
No, just say yes or no.
No, I don't.
Who lost a leg?
Well, I just said I don't know, so if we keep pursuing it now until I think of someone, I said I don't know anybody that's lost... I mean, it depends what you mean. I mean, Long John Silver did, I believe, and I've read about him.
No.
But otherwise, if you're saying anybody in my immediate family...
I'm not talking about Long John Silver.
Are you saying anybody that I've ever known in my life?
No, all I'm getting is someone that lost a limb, a leg.
Well, I don't know anybody that lost a leg. At all.
Okay, he's telling you he doesn't know anybody.
I'm not going to lie to you. I would not lie. I'm strong on my integrity here. I wouldn't lie to anybody. I don't know anybody that's lost any limb or any leg or any part of their body.
You don't know any... That's okay. No, I won't go into that. It's okay.
I mean, doesn't that prove my point?
No, it doesn't.
Something precise.
No, it doesn't.
You were wrong.
No, it doesn't.
Well, why doesn't it? Because, I mean, he's just come up with 6 things.
Yeah.
Can you... I mean, I'll give you the... Well, let's to answer
let me put it this way. If someone comes for a reading or whatever...
Yep.
Okay, they don't sit there and tell me they want to know this, they want to know that, they want to know whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't prove nothing. If I tell them things about themselves or what's gone on around them, and it's got to be correct, okay, fine, but you cannot demand what you want to know. It's like he could turn around and say to me, am I going to sell my house? Will I have problems? Am I going to buy a new car? You can't do that.
Well, no, but you can answer anything in the future because it can't be proven. Until much later.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, Tony, but you're very, very wrong on that. And
not as wrong as you've been.
And I'll tell you something now. There's thousands of people I've given readings to, and I'll tell you now, and they have been accurate.
Well, people can't perceive what is accurate and what isn't, because if you study cold reading, and there are books on this that mentalist magicians use.
I'm not talking about books.
I've got books on it, and I know how it's done. And I know what you're doing.
How is it done?
Eh?
How was it done?
I wrote to GEEZER about this and explained it.
You tell me what the difference between a skeptic and a spiritual medium is.
Well, you believe that there's a life after death and we survive bodily death.
Right. Well, you asked me this question. How is it then that people have had out-of-body experiences? How come that they've told the surgeons exactly what's happened and they've been clinically dead and they've been brought back to life?
Well, in that case, I mean, that's not something you can answer in a sentence.
Well, you answer that one.
If you or anybody that happens to be listening, I suggest you read Susan Blackmore's Dying to Live, which goes into it in a whole book, and that will explain it to you. But, I mean, for me to say in 2 sentences...
Do you believe everything you read from a book?
No, I don't.
So why are you quoting me books? You've got one book, it's called the Bible.
Yeah.
Do you believe everything that's written in that?
No.
So why are you quoting me a book and you're believing the book and you're telling me that it can be explained in a book?
What I'm saying is, you asked me to explain it like there was no other explanation. I'm saying that there is.
So how can you explain it?
But it's not an easy one. I mean, a body that's...
Good argument
can
here.
hallucinate.
I mean, listen, it's a good argument here, but then you'd have to go into all the different theories, Tony, about ghosts and all that sort of stuff, and you can't say that they don't exist, can you?
Well, you can do. I mean...
Well, yeah, I suppose you can say that.
The thing is...
Yeah.
Right, unless there's any empirical proof that you can actually say there is a ghost and you can show it, then fine, but there isn't.
What you're saying is actually, Tony, unless you see it, then you won't believe it unless you actually see it with your own eyes.
And I think that actually is the perfect answer.
Well, it is.
If you don't see it with your own eyes, then don't believe it.
But I'd go further than that. I'd say if you do see it with your own eyes, you still can't necessarily believe it.
Well, I'm thinking...
It's a hypocritical way of looking at things, Tony.
Well, no.
I can see what you're saying. I can understand what you're trying to say.
If 3 people in a room and they all saw the same ghost, that might be a basis for doing it.
Yes.
But I wouldn't know if I was hallucinating.
That's quite true. Yeah, that's quite true. Tony, thanks for your call.
All right.
Well done, mate. Okay, thank
Pleasure.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Winners in Greys. I cut you off earlier. That's why you're still on, love.
Oh, bless you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, Win.
Thank you. I desperately need to speak very, very much to Kevin.
Uh-huh.
I've always been told I put a brick wall up, and I can't understand it. And then to get cut off as well tonight.
Yes, there's a brick wall.
That's what I thought, and I really do need to know.
How long have you been trying to get through?
What, today?
Yeah, tonight.
Oh, since 10 o'clock.
Since 10 o'clock?
Yes.
Oh, dear. Well, I'm glad you're through. I'll let you speak to Kevin then, because I did cut you off by mistake earlier on.
Yeah, bless you.
So then I'll go to the other calls.
Good morning, Win.
Good morning.
God bless you.
God bless you, dear.
Oh, thank you. It is a reading you want.
Do you think you can manage this call?
Yeah, without saying God bless you.
No, without me being here, because I desperately need to go to the loo.
Yes.
So I'm relying on you to talk.
Okay.
And in fact, if we finish with Win,
that's okay.
then you can talk about these dates where you're appearing.
Okay.
But I've desperately got to go.
Okay.
Okay.
Cheers. Win.
Yes, dear.
With you, you think, can I say, there's more in spirit than what there is alive around you, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't there? I want a father in spirit, please.
Yeah.
I want a mother in spirit, please.
Yeah.
I want a brother in spirit, please. Just say yes or no?
No.
Right, I'm being given a brother. I don't know if it's brother-in-law or brother, but I'm being given brother in spirit. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Who, what, can I, I will do. Sorry. Your father, please, he's got a brother in spirit, please.
Yes.
Alright, that's the brother link. That's because of me. Also with you, can I say to you, I want, yes, okay. Can I have a child in spirit as well, please? There is a child in spirit, and I'm going to say to you, I feel it's a very good friend of yours.
I can't offhand, no.
Well, I'm just seeing a child in spirit.
Child, no.
It's okay. It's okay. But with you, can I say to you that you do think a lot about individuals and about family, please, and that maybe you call generalising. But I'm going to say you do think about people in general and try and help them, don't you?
Yeah.
And with you have suffered as well, haven't you?
Oh, God, yeah.
And you know what it's like to go without as well, please?
Yeah.
But with you, you're always helping other people, but with you don't ask for help yourself, please.
No, I don't know how to.
Well, and also, you have glasses, please.
Yeah.
Have you got 3 pairs of glasses?
Yeah.
Because there's something about 3 pairs of glasses. Also, there's a great love of animals as well, please. And I want, yes, can I have a cat in spirit, please?
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
You're very close to the cat.
Yeah.
You understand that? I also want 3 dogs in spirit as well, please.
Yeah.
Yes. Also with you, can I say to you, you've been trying to shift some furniture around?
No.
Because I'm going to say, I'm being shown shifting the furniture around.
No.
Something to do with a wardrobe, please.
I haven't got... I wouldn't have the energy, to be honest.
Right. I'm being given a wardrobe.
A wardrobe,
Yeah. You got some photographs in the drawer of this wardrobe, please?
Not in a drawer in a wardrobe,
Because I'm looking at some photographs in a drawer.
I've got I've got photographs in a drawer.
In a drawer. And also there's a watch in there, but there's a man's watch as well, please.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that'll do.
Yes.
You're telling her a life story.
Oh, you're there. You're there, Bogey. Oh,
yeah, I'm here now.
I hope that helps you win.
I've locked him out. He can't come back in.
Have you Bogey?
Can I ask you...
Yes.
When you... Sometimes you're speaking to other callers, and I've been on the phone. You was talking about someone had cramp in the leg.
Yes.
And different things.
Yes.
And a young person that got killed, and I was getting everything fitted to me. Could that happen?
It can happen, yes. Don't ask me why, but it can happen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, far be it from me, but yes, it can happen, Win.
All right, Win?
Yeah, and no way, you couldn't...
No, that was the last one, last question.
Like, my first husband...
No. You've had long enough.